This Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux program is brought to you by Crosby Tugs.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're going to spend some time with the new Vicar General of the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, just named on October 1st. It's been official, I guess on the 6th they made it official, but he's been in the role since October 1st, and let's bring him in. Hey, it's Father Andre.
Thank you, Eddie.
Melancon, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you.
This is a big event and a big honor to be named Vicar General. So, man, I know you're excited. What do you do when you hear that news?
You pray. As I said in my introduction video, I knew that he was going to have to appoint a Vicar General. And you say, it could be me. And so you kind of prepare yourself for that potential ask. And you know, in my own prayer, I was like, can I even do this? So I had some of those questions even before he asked, not expecting him to ask, but thinking that it might be a possibility. And when he asked, it's very humbling, you know, when you're asked into this type of leadership in the church, a diocese that I grew up in. And, you know, I remember being just a kid in the pew and then a seminary and then associate. And then, you know, just in my years of ministry and now being asked to be a Vicar General. I remember Monsignor Sanji and Monsignor Latino when I was a kid and never thought I'd be one of those guys, you know, but yeah, here I am. And so very humbling. And I am excited. I'm excited for a new opportunity to serve in a pretty powerful way.
Yeah, and you're right. You better pray on it. So Bishop Simon Peter makes a call. There's not an election, right? You don't run for office, right?
Not at all. No.
It's just his decision. He prays on it, makes a decision. What exactly is a Vicar General?
Yeah, so a Vicar General is several ways you could say it. You could maybe say second in command in the diocese, and the chief advisor to the bishop, helping in administration of the diocese, as well as our pastoral direction, our pastoral priorities. So we will meet often in official capacities with our broader leadership team of the diocese, which consists of a few priests and a lay person, but also a lot of times just me and him. And I think for him, I'm there to support him. I'm there to bounce ideas off of. I'm there for him to know that he's not alone. And he has his brother bishops that he can speak with, you know, but someone who's in the diocese, who's kind of in this with him. I try to offer myself, my gifts, my knowledge as best I can to say, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you.
A new bishop too, which will help, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's not some old guy just sitting there and making you do everything, right? So y'all going to work together as a team, I'm sure.
He's a worker. You know, Bishop Simon Peter has been in the diocese since January of 2007, and I was a seminarian at the time, so we've known each other all these years. And he has just become very beloved by so many people in this diocese. And so he's a young bishop. He's known. He's been here since 2007. He is a man of prayer. And so, you know, if it was someone who came in from outside who I didn't know, that would be definitely different, more challenging. Sure. But I know him so well, and he knows my strengths, my weaknesses. I know his strength, his weaknesses, and I think I'm committed to just walking with him, you know, and yeah, so it's exciting.
Just in case anybody from Broadmoor gets excited and is like, oh my God, are we losing our pastor? So you'll still be at St. Bernadette. You'll still have all your roles. You'll still be at Vanderbilt.
Correct.
You just have another title, right?
Yes, yeah. So it does affect that, you know, obviously I can't bilocate. I can't be at 3 places at one time. So, you know, there are times that I'll need to be at the diocese, at the pastoral center. But praise God, I have a wonderful associate, Father Matthew Prosperi, who's with me at St. Bernadette. And, you know, we like in so many things in life, we share those burdens, we share the load. We realize that it's not one person that does everything, it's a team. I've got committed lay people at St. Bernadette, you know, as well in the diocese. So, yeah, the Lord will, I'm sure, show me where I need to be at certain times, and I'll do the best I can.
Now, does this lead to career opportunities for you? And I hate to say it because I know it's a completely different thing. You're not, you know, a Fortune 500 company, but it is a big, you know, it is a big job, a lot of people. But is this kind of a stepping stone?
I definitely don't want to look at it that way. But you know, in the church, we're asked to serve in different capacities. People, you know, even before this, you think you ever be a bishop? I have no idea.
Right.
We don't go to seminary to set out to be that, but I know for myself, like I want to serve Christ in the church,
Sure.
whatever that looks like, whether it's a big parish or a small parish or, you know, a diocesan ministry or whatever. If I do get called to be a bishop one day, I don't think that's going to happen. But
Right,
yeah,
you're
like,
open, right?
We
You're
just
sitting there
want to say,
waiting, right.
yeah.
Use me.
We
Right.
want to say, Lord, use my gifts in whichever way that you can.
Yeah, which is awesome because look, we got a guy in Rome now that was just in Chicago.
A Chicago
right?
boy, who would have ever thought?
So, which I really, I don't want to get into this segment, but I want to know how it all fits together as we're going forward.
Sure.
Last 30 seconds of this segment, just being a Houma guy, just being here, that helps to have you guys and have roots here, right?
I think
There's
so.
a lot of you guys. is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. We have, praise God, so many, clergy from outside the diocese and outside the country, but we have a lot of local guys, and I think maybe that might have been a part of Bishop Simon Peter's ask of me, is that I grew up here, and so to have that familiarity and, you know, to know the people, for them to know me, I think will be an asset.
Yeah, it really is. All right, we'll take a break. Another segment to go with Father Melancon right here on Bayou Time.
This Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux program has been brought to you by Crosby Tugs.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're speaking with Father Andre Melancon, the new Vicar General of the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux. Again, congratulations. October 1st, I guess,
Yes.
when you started.
Fresh on the job.
And I guess that's what I kind of wanted to talk about as we were going into the break. So you got a new bishop, you got a new Vicar General, also got a new Pope, and an American Pope, right?
Yes.
So how's all that work together and to get everybody on the same page? And I know it all kind of goes together, right?
Sure. Well, lots of new pictures in all of our churches with a new pope and a new bishop. But yes, you know, one of the things for us in Houma-Thibodaux is, having had so much transition over these last few years with Archbishop Fobb going to Louisville, and then we had to wait, and then Bishop Dorsonville came. He was sick. We didn't realize at the time, and he died pretty suddenly. And now this wait and you know, all the chaos from COVID and Hurricane Ida, there's this sense of stability. So there's definitely an excitement there of like, okay, we're ready to go. And as you said, we have a new pope. So there's just been an excitement of an American pope and all the gifts that he will bring. And so, yeah, one of the things of, you know, being Catholic is, you know, it's not just, well, I'm a member of St. Bernadette Parish. No, I'm a member of the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, and I'm a member of the Roman Catholic Church. And we all are together. So the Bishop of Rome, the Pope, does have something to say about our experience and how the Lord is guiding us. And so the Lord will use Pope Leo's gifts and talents, and he'll have pastoral prerogatives for our church, as well as he'll use Bishop Simon Peter, as well as he'll use his you know, the pastors of individual parishes, because that's where most people experience life of the church. But yeah, the being Catholic means that I'm part of something very big, and something that of course traces its roots all the way back to Christ.
You're right, but there's still different ways of doing things, and each pope is going to set out every bishops. Do you think we change? Is anything changing? Can y'all sense it? I know he's making his first trip out of Italy coming up this week or something.
Yeah,
he's going to a couple of countries in Europe. But do you think that we'll see anything on this level from Leo at that point?
Yeah, definitely. Every pope is going to be different in their, you know, the things that have shaped them and molded them and their vocation. I think it's still early in Pope Leo's papacy. He just issued a motu proprio yesterday. It was a document about financial reform in the Vatican, right? So I know that his name, you know, was from Pope Leo XIII, which was a big social justice pope, and with Rerum Novarum and the social doctrine of the church. And so I think he's going to speak a lot to the poor and rights of workers and human rights issues, and that's so needed. He's definitely shown himself to be a pope of peace. So as with so much war in the world, he's spoken out a lot and advocated for peace. So and I mean, you're going to see these commonalities in many popes, but I think in time we're going to see where his priorities are. But I can say right now, amongst a priest, we're excited with him being in the chair of Peter. We're excited with where we're going, and of course, as a priest of the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, we're excited with Bishop Simon Peter. So I don't know. I see a lot of hope and excitement of all these new beginnings in our experience of being Catholic.
Well, back down to your level, and Bishop Simon Peter, do you see any new things on the horizon that you guys are going to try and get accomplished in this diocese?
Yeah. So, one of the things that he said from the beginning is that he has a great heart for youth, young people. He has a great heart for the poor. And those are kind of the main two things: the elderly, family ministry, engaged and marriage preparation. So, I would think the poor, youth, focus on the family are going to be something that's very important to him. And we've already had some conversations, that I think I will probably take an active role in helping to pray and discern of what God is calling us to, especially in our ministry to youth, high school teens, and our kids in our schools. So I'm very hopeful that good things are on the horizon there. And
that's always been a big part of your journey, right?
Absolutely.
You were walking those halls at Vanderbilt. Now you're still walking them on a different level. So what do you see in the youth nowadays with the influence of social media and all those kind of things?
Sure. Yeah, I see real challenges with, getting them off the phone and helping them to have, to know how to be in relationship with people. But I also see a great hunger for spirituality. I see a great hunger for service. In my involvement at Vanderbilt and in my parish at St. Bernadette, I see people do daily mass at Vanderbilt. Sometimes chapels filled with kids coming to Bible studies, coming to adoration, coming to rosary, wanting to go on mission trips, wanting to serve in our community. So I've actually heard reports on that this high school and college age generation is a generation that's looking for more of those spiritual roots and to be grounded in faith in God and the family and service. So it's us trying to tap into that and helping to guide them.
Pendulum swinging back a little bit, though, right? And it's so good to hear that, right? And look, that goes back as long as the church. These kids, they don't know anything, right? But it's so good to hear that these kids are doing the right thing, and there's so many of them too. Yeah, we only hear the bad stuff a lot of times.
Some amazing young people out there, and for me as a priest, getting to walk with them is a joy.
Well, again, congratulations, a great honor. Local guy, and let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep the church going in the right direction.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Father Andre, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.
This Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux program has been brought to you by Crosby Tugs.